bottle, baby, and nothing's enough. I thought that I could keep it low. Take it easy.
Alright guys, how you doing? Alright, so what I'm going to do here is going to kind of show you guys how to clean reset your firmware on your Azeron Classic or Compact. Set it back up, calibrate it, kind of cover the profiles a little bit, moving them to onboard memory, adjusting them when they're on onboard memory if you want to make changes, and covering 360-degree movement in Fortnite. So hopefully this helps some of you guys out, and we'll go from there. So right now, this is my Azeron software. I have one working Azeron here. I have my other Azeron over here. What you want to do for the reset button is right in here. Just get that tool or whatever you got. I use my 1.5 hex and just hit the button. But we're going to put that dead one over here. It needs a thumbstick. So that's a long story in and of itself, but it's all good. So, alright. So right now my current Azeron has 56 on it. We're going to roll it back to 28 as they recommend in Discord chat. So what we need to do, alright, let's put that there. Okay, so if you're doing this before we even start, if you have any profiles at all you want to import or export, you want to export them, save your profiles because it will blow the stuff out. It won't blow them out of the software, but just in case anything happens, it's definitely going to blow them out of the onboard memory. Have a good starting point. But when you import stuff back, you want to make sure you already delete these profiles in the software. It'll double them up. So just make sure you cover that first. If you need to, you just go to settings, hit the export button. It'll go to your documents, hit export. I already have one there. We'll overwrite it. Easy peasy. Same thing with an import. If we import it back, like I said, if I don't delete all these, it'll just double them up. You'll have double everything in there. So to create a profile, you hit add. You can name it up here. The star gives it a favorite or makes it a preference when you're in there. These will send it either to onboard memory 1 or 2 and delete it. So all you do is find the key that you want on your Azeron, hit it, what you want to do with it. You want a keyboard. You can do these XIN trigger. I don't even know what those are. I'm not even going to play around with them. You can set up a mouse, a joystick button, whatever you want to set it as. You can use macros and other shit. I don't even mess with any of those. I just use a straight key and it's good to go. So we'll get rid of that. Delete. Alright. So now that we're ready to start that, you have your Azeron. You have your Azeron plugged in. Should have an LED light on the Azeron. We're going to fire up Teensy. When it loads up, so what it looks like, hit File, Open Hex File, and hopefully, well, I didn't even cover that, so we'll jump back over there. We'll close Teensy. You want to go to Azeron. If you don't have the files, click Downloads. Scroll down here, your firmware, the latest is 56. I recommend grabbing this one and 28. I like having both on hand just to have that there. The latest software is 21. If you don't have it, grab that as well. Download those, and we're just going to do the firmware for first, or cover that first. So once that's downloaded, extract the zip file, put them somewhere, desktop, whatever's easiest for you guys. Hit File, Open Hex. We'll find our 28 hex. Once that's done, we will hit the reset button on the Azeron. You should see the 2 green arrows light up. This little swoop one here, that is to program the Azeron with the 28 firmware. So we'll throw that back onto the Azeron. That's done. Hit the reboot button next to it, the little arrow pointing to the right, and that's it. That sets it back to 28. Now it sees it as 28 and it's going to force it to 56 right away. But we're just going to close that out and we're going to open the Azeron software and show you. So it shows that it's 28 on the device, and we're going to go PC. The Zim I don't even use, so I'm not going to cover any of that stuff. I don't have one, so I can't really comment on them. Click the PC base, hit your update. It'll download 56 from Azeron and put it on there. Alright, it wants us to reset it again. Flip it over. Hit the button. It is good. It'll want to calibrate here in a minute. Alright, so hit begin calibration. Don't touch the joystick. Give it a nice big slow circle. Your little circle should be on the outside as you go around. It should be nice and smooth. It shouldn't be jittery. It shouldn't come back towards the middle at all. If it is, you want to reach out to Discord. Go to chat, see what's going on, and they'll take care of you guys there. They did have a bad batch of thumbsticks. I had one of those in mine. Mine was from July, maybe, of last year. Reached out to them. I had a bad batch, or they had a bad batch. Mine was one of the affected. They asked me what I wanted to do, if I want to send it back for repair. I said I'd take care of it. I kidnapped the thumbstick out of the old one. I soldered it in myself. But they sent me a new assembly. So basically, you would have this. They would send that back to you. You'd basically take off your palm rest, slide these in there, hook the wires back up to where you want on the teensy board, and you're good to go if you don't want to solder. So I got a full backup with that one, and that one's waiting for a thumbstick. I'll just solder a new thumbstick onto the old daughter board when it's ready, and I'll have two Azerons back up and running. It will be good to go. Alright, so now that the Azeron's up to 56, I want to go ahead and I want to put my Fortnite stuff back on my onboard memory. So I'm going to put that on 1 and save the world on 2. They're both running the 360, Xbox 360. Alright, cancel. Jump into Fortnite. See if I could break it. I'm live on YouTube because I can. So I'm just making this little video for how to reset this, and hopefully it helps a couple people. What are you doing? And we don't even need the software open, but we'll leave it open for now. Not working again. Alright, so I need to restart the computer. Give me 1 second. Well, while we're in here, we'll do this. Let's see if we can get WASD to work. Alright, so that's broke, and it does happen. Alright, so now we're going to send that over to 1. Alright, so now I have that working. Kind of show you guys how the angle doesn't work too well. You just have WASD. So when you try and run or side strafe, it's just left to right. That angle at 45, you don't get that deep of a run. Still kind of cuts that way, so you don't really run right or left like you do on a controller with WASD. So also, if you don't lock in your setting here on input method as a mouse, you try and do, I didn't grab the mouse, oops. It typically complains, and it should go back and forth, that you don't have, that you shouldn't be able to build smoothly, but I missed that. Alright, so let's close this thing out and let's get 360 working again. So, alright, blow this out. Alright, be right back.
I'm so sure of our love. I never thought of any reason, a doubt about us, and I went right back at the start. Halfway through the battle, baby, nothing to know. If I could keep it low, take it easy, take it slow. We can hit it just like before, so take it easy, take it easy. If I could keep it low, take it easy, take it slow. We can hit it just like before, so take it easy.
Alright, this thing's booting back up. Alright, so that's there. That is WASD. We're going to set the 360 and hit accept. I'm going to leave that alone. Just close that shit out. Alright, and this should fix it. We should have 360 as soon as we go in, unless, did I forget set? I don't know, we'll see. We'll see what it does when we get in there. But I have to lock input method as mouse. Otherwise it'll be cranky and it'll jump back and forth. Which is what it should have done earlier, but I don't know why it wasn't doing that. So hopefully I have audio this time. That'll be good. First one, audio was messed up. I started it. The mic was off. 7 minutes in. Alright. Let's load this up. And, alright, good. 360's in there. Settings, make sure your keyboard and mouse, lock input method as mouse, hit apply, back, good to go. And there's your run. Oop. Oops. That's pretty much it. Pretty straightforward. Your Azeron gets flaky. Roll back to 28. Update it, throw 56 back on, and you're generally good to go. If it acts weirder, just go ahead and reach out to Discord chat, and I can post the link in there. And you should be good to go. Pretty solid. Generally pretty quick to get back to us, but they are 6 or 7 hours ahead of us. So if they are sleeping, not a big deal. Cardiac's usually on. It's pretty good. Can help you out. If not, they'll get tech support via email, whatever, in Discord. Should get you squared away. But the clean reset usually does it 90% of the time, if not 99%, and you're good to go. So hopefully this guy's video helped you out. If it did, drop me a like, maybe a follow, and I'll see you guys in Fortnite. All right, have a great day.